Fun fact, Chiefs Kingdom. Trent McDuffie played 43 slot snaps. That was the most snaps he's played out of the slot in any game this season. I think he only had one other game where he played in the slot and was 13 snaps. So he was effectively playing the slot in this game against the Seattle Seahawks. That shows you L'Jarius Sneed was truly traveling with DK Metcalf. Just a fun little topic point here. This is Daniel Harms of the RGR Football Channel, lead film analyst here. And what started off as a tackling seminar. The Chiefs finished this game with their third lowest total missed tackles in this game, 6. George Karlaftis actually had 2 of those himself, funny enough. But what started out as a tackling clinic, as you see Nick Bolton take DK Metcalf down an open field there, turned into a Willie Gay breakdown, as you see Jalen Watson coming downhill, supporting in the run game with Kenneth Walker in open space. He does a great job as Kenneth Walker is trying to press this left C gap, forcing Nick Bolton and Brian Cook upward. He comes down, condenses, and makes the tackle in open space. All of this was like, yeah, this tackling stuff is awesome, and I love watching it. This kind of Chiefs defense can make plays and win a bunch of games. Turned into a Willie Gay breakout performance. This was, by and large, the best overall game that Willie Gay has played in this 2022 season. I will say it time and time again, and I'll say it once again. Willie Gay was everywhere on this field. We are going to talk about Willie Gay. We're going to talk about the tackling. We're going to talk about how the Chiefs played complementary defense. And what you're going to see here on this play from the Seattle Seahawks is originally a jet motion from left to right of the field. So we're talking about top to bottom here. This is not a jet sweep. We're talking about top to bottom. Boom. And then he's going to do an orbit motion to a fake screen to that side of the formation. Okay, you're trying to draw the defense this way so you can run back the opposite way, right? And they're going to run counter. All right, they're going to, like I said, they're going to run counter with this jet sweep and then orbit motion around to the screen. And they're going to pull both the backside guard and the backside tackle, and they are going to just try to lead them up through this formation, moving Chiefs defense from the bottom to the top. And they're trying to run this right around, alleviate a bunch of people on this side. Again, they get them to move a little bit, but at the end of the day, this doesn't really work because Willie Gay and Joshua Williams come up and impart themselves on to the offense. Willie Gay comes downhill, and you can kind of see him attack slightly right here with his hands, okay? But look at his base. He's attacking inside and keeping this base out here extended, and he's just going to kind of dip right there. Just kind of sidestep to the left while while the blocker is trying to get him upfield. He's like, well, okay, the running back's here. So I'm going to sidestep you, and I'm going to come down here as Josh Williams does underneath the block of that pulling tackle. And Kenneth Walker's got nowhere to go. This is really a great job of taking on blocks and being aggressive through them, fight through them to make tackles. Willie Gay was everywhere. And this is another one of those things where, again, he has all of the athletic ability in the world. And when you watch him sidestep a block like that, that's really nice shedding technique from Willie Gay. You attack downhill, you keep that base outside that allows you to step, so you engage with your hands, and then you sidestep, and boom, Kenneth Walker has absolutely nowhere to go. Again, in the run game, they did a really great job in this game. For the most part, I think second half where things were just a little bit different for the Seattle running game. They really established it more, and the Chiefs were up a lot of points in that game, and they just kind of let the Seahawks run the ball at times. They didn't really let them completely gash them on the ground, but at the end of the day, they did what they had to do to get out of the way. Seattle's going to run an inside zone here, with all of the way to the left, so everyone's stepping to the left. And they're going to motion this tight end here back and be a lead blocker up this left side. They're looking right in here inside this B gap. They're trying to get Kenneth Walker with a lead block on a zone with this tight end, okay? Watch Willie Gay, by the way. You're going to want to watch Willie Gay. This man right here. Watch what he's going to do. Absolutely blowing up that hole. That time, absolutely nothing going. When you're able to time it beautifully like that, you see the hole opening up. You see the block coming. Willie Gay is the reason that this happens to go absolutely nowhere. He doesn't make the play himself in terms of the tackle, but he forces Kenneth Walker to have to redirect off of that. He can't come up in that B gap anymore because he met the blocker. Boom! And he can't go anywhere. L'Jarius Sneed comes down, Nick Bolton comes in too, and that's all because Willie Gay's play recognition, sees that block coming, and then right there, just attack. Low man wins underneath, kind of forklift with your shoulder, and then Kenneth Walker runs into him. What is he supposed to do? He can't go anywhere. This is a great play by Willie Gay. Chiefs are going to show single high on this play right here, and then we'll kind of break it down. You got Leo Chanel on the field too. It's a lot of fun to see Willie Gay in coverage now. It looks like everything is really coming through for him. But what I mean by it, they're showing cover one. So you have at least single high safety, not showing cover one. They're showing single high safety, which could be anything. And they're actually going to rotate out into a cover four look, in my opinion. Okay, it might be inaccurate, but what that means is you're going to have this safety here. He's going to come into this zone. You're going to have safety, and then L'Jarius Sneed's also going to be in a cover four shell. So you have quarter. Essentially, that's what cover four is. You all take four parts of the defense, or the backfield, and you divide it into a quarter, and guys come into your zone, you take them there. So, like I said, you do see Leo Chanel on the field here. He's going to be going to this outside part of the field. It's more of a, let's say, flat intermediate upfield, this gap over here. Okay, he's kind of like this guy, this man over here. Basically, anyone comes over there, that's who you're taking. The same happens with Willie Gay, who's going to come down to this side. Then you've got Nick Bolton as the middle of the field roamer. The Seattle Seahawks are going to run just essentially a clear out route, a poorly executed clear out route, in my opinion, from the stack formation. They run upfield essentially too close to each other too. Like, they're both on the same part of the field at the same time. They're going to have Kenneth Walker be a safety valve. This tight end is going to be a split zone play action. So he's going to come over here and end up blocking. And like I said, what I mean by the spacing is right here. Like, you have two receivers in the same spot of the field. Like, they're in almost the exact same spot. He can't throw that football. He can't really throw it. And plus, you get pressure from Chris Jones anyway. So all of this to say, you got to do a little bit better spacing your receivers. Willie Gay comes down and makes the play here. But this is the kind of weirdness that I'm talking about. This kind of stuff can happen to a lot of teams. I've seen the Chiefs spacing at wide receiver be weird at times too. But again, this play comes down to Willie Gay making another space play. And again, watch Chris Jones absolutely obliterate the offensive line. He had a phenomenal game too. He takes on Noah Fant. He closes on Geno Smith. That play can't develop anymore, and you see Willie Gay come downhill making a tackle. That's the kind of stuff you need to have against a bad offensive line. This play is supposed to take a little bit longer to develop, and that's how Chris Jones and these guys get downhill. They can get pressure on the quarterback when plays take a little bit more time to develop. This is the fourth play here. The Chiefs are in two-man. Okay, so you got two deep safeties kind of shaded to one side of the field. Willie Gay, man coverage. Everyone else also in man coverage. You see the Seahawks were attempting to open up the middle of the field, but when you have Nick Bolton down here on Ken Walker, you know that it's man coverage, because typically zone linebackers are not traveling out there by themselves. So, like I said, this is cover two man, so you have two deep safeties. Like I said, you have the shade of this safety over here, so he's on DK Metcalf's side, if I'm not mistaken. Underneath, it's just man on man. Okay? Pretty straightforward cover two man. And the Seattle Seahawks are running trying to set up a choice route to Noah Fant right here, one-on-one with Willie Gay. So they're having Ken Walker run a little curl route. They have a slant here, like a skinny slant or a skinny post, whatever you want to call it. Then you have the choice route. He can come in, or he can, outside, or he can come inside. You have a glance route up top here. Glances, you're trying to get in that blind spot of the corner, and then glance upfield. And then you have some physicality up here. It could be a go, or it could be a curl. It really depends. The route takes a little bit too long to develop to see, mostly because L'Jarius Sneed's given him the business throughout this route. It's really nice to see if you guys want to watch L'Jarius Sneed just kind of be physical here, get in there. DK Metcalf initiates contact, and then he tries to get a foul for absolutely no reason because he can't. And that's what I mean by you see the shaded safety over here. He's come to play on DK Metcalf's side, and he's just going to kind of sit there. But like I said, isolates Noah Fant on the tight end, or excuse me, on Willie Gay, and Willie Gay just plays it. He sees what's happening. He's in man coverage. He knows that he's got the athletic ability to stay with any tight end. He doesn't fall for the outside fake right here. Boom, right there. That ball's got nowhere to go. This is just an excellent job from man coverage aspect of Willie Gay. You guys saw him in zone the last play. You're seeing him in man coverage here. By the way, Danny Shelton should not be activated again for the Kansas City Chiefs. That's who this man right here is. If you want to go back and watch him play, it's not good. He's slow. He doesn't have much going for him. He is clearly out of shape, and he should not be playing for Kansas City again this season. Another Willie Gay special. This is really what turned me on to this being a Willie Gay focal point. And it's because this play doesn't happen earlier in the season. You guys heard me talk about it a couple times. But earlier in the season, against the running back in space, I think it was week 2 against the Los Angeles Chargers, he's just going to run and try to make this play and make a contact and try to jar that ball loose. Instead, look at him. I'm at the marker. I'm at the first down marker. You have 5 yards to get to the first down marker. I'm athletic. I understand the situation. So I'm going to slow play it. I'm going to slow down, and I know that with you in front of me, you can't accelerate by me because I'm just as good as an athlete as you are. Willie Gay is just as good as an athlete, if not better than a lot of these running backs he's going to find. So if he can just square up, slow the game down, that's going to make everything better. But what the Chiefs are doing here, they're in just a straight cover 2 defense. Cover 2. So you have, again, 2 deep safeties. L'Jarius Sneed is this intermediate to flat defender. You have a corner on the outside doing the same thing, and then you have the 3 linebacker bubble. This is a cover 2 defense. That's exactly what this is. It's nothing crazy about it. They're going to rush forward. They're going to drop into a cover 2. Boom. Nothing crazy about it at all. And from bottom to top, the Seattle Seahawks are running a corner spot. So you're going to run, he's running to the corner, and DK is going to run to the spot, stop, and try to get in the middle of the defense. You also have, as we know, Kenneth Walker to the flat. On the right-hand side of the field, you're going to have a choice route. Again, you can come inside, you can come out, inside, you can go outside. And then we have an out route from this receiver here. It looks like an out route anyway. Look, he's trying to fight back over the corner. And the Chiefs do a good job, again, of shutting everything down. And there's not a ton of pressure in Geno's face, but I mean, where's he going with the football? He can throw it here to this man here. You can if you want to, but you got safeties that can come down and play. There's no one open here, no one open here. Like, there's just nowhere to go with the football. The most space you got is right there. So Geno, being the efficient quarterback that he is, tries to get playmaker in space on first down. Willie Gay's a better playmaker. Just is. Right now. Kenneth Walker is going to be a really, really good, he really is a really good running back in the NFL. He's a rookie. Willie Gay's a seasoned veteran at this point now in his 3rd year, and he's much better in space than he's been right now than he was earlier in the season. Again, I will say it one more time. This was the best game that Willie Gay has played this season, bar none. He was everywhere on the field. Tackling, he did not have a missed tackle in this game. He was decisive. He was smart. He was reading. He was seeing the quarterback. He was seeing everything. He was dropping into zones perfectly, beautifully. And I really believe that when you have your linebackers playing fast, effectively, and wrapping up, that spreads to every part of the defense. Again, this was their 3rd lowest missed tackle rate this season, and we're going to see some more plays at the end here about tackling. Trent McDuffie had some lapses in his coverage, but again, he was good in this game. You had a lot of different playmakers making plays in this game, so I really loved seeing everything. Here's that tackle on 4th down from Trent McDuffie. You saw a lot more of Bryant Cook in this game too. He was making plays. He was playing more. Right there, you see him at the top of your screen right here. Actually, let's go back and watch that real quick because I want you to see it. Right there is Brian Cook, and I just want you to watch him, okay? He's going to come down, and he's going to play in some defense on a tight end. He can man up a tight end. Man, he can't. He's good at that. And then this ball kind of lost a little bit of steam going to the line there, but Trent McDuffie does a great job of staying with him right there. Even if he catches that football a little bit closer, Trent McDuffie's there, and that's not going to be a first down. So regardless, that play would have been made by McDuffie. And I love seeing the tackling effort from this team in this game. They did a great job. Willie Gay really set the tone. I think Willie Gay and Nick Bolton set the tone early with their offense backed up to their own goal line. They were able to, get that fortunate penalty from the Seattle Seahawks on that first play that went for a ton of yards that ended up coming back. But all in all, this was one of the defensive games that they really did need to have at the end of the season. They're playing teams that aren't very good, and you have to be able to convert sacks. I know they only had 2 sacks in this game, but at the end of the day, the Seattle Seahawks offense could not move the ball very well up and down the field. And when you're able to tackle, I'll say this before I get to my end points. I think that the Chiefs defense wants to force everything to the middle of the field and rally and tackle. But we've seen a lot of games this season where they've been unable to do so in terms of tackling and making guys drop when you hit them first. We see a lot of missed tackles and a lot of games. Go back to the Bengals game. That was a 14 missed tackle effort on the Kansas City Chiefs' part. So when they can do that, they can funnel everything underneath and you can tackle. You can force teams into the thirds and the fourth downs that get those balls back to your offense. And when they execute, those games can get out of reach in a hurry. And now, I hope you guys enjoyed seeing how the tackling really wore off, how Willie Gay played in zone, in man, against the run, identifying, seeing the field. He's really doing a great job of seeing the field beautifully at this time of season. I'm hoping that continues. And we are going to let Chris Jones take us out after this. You guys make sure you're hitting the like and the bell. Hit that sub, please. It takes 2 seconds to hit that like. It takes 1 more second to hit the sub button. If you guys are not subbed, please sub to the channel. This is what we do every single week. I really try my best here to help you guys learn as much about football as I'm learning. And this is one of those things, one of those places where I can really do that. Thank you all for being here with me today. Have a great day. And again, Chris Jones, one more time for all of you to see Chris Jones. This was the very last play of the game, by the way, to end the game with a sack. Defensive Player of the Year candidate, Chris Jones. Have a great day, you guys. I will see you next video. If you want, there's a ton more film rooms that I've done. Go back and check those out. You guys have a great day.
Thanks for watching this video from the team at RGR Football. Click these videos to see more and subscribe to RGR Football.